you remember my imaginary friends?
You can't remember if you're imaginary friends or the voices in your fucking head.
What's the difference? Do you remember what you would yell to me when I was off in my own world?
Gert to Gert.
Where are you, Gert? Earth to Gert. Gert. Earth to Gert. So I'm starting a podcast, and that's the title.
Gert to Gert.
Yeah. Why do I still get so fucking nervous? I've already recorded this once, and this episode is only 10 minutes of me rambling. Okay. Oh, God. All right. Okay, so hello. Okay. Hello. Hi. You'd think this would get easier, but it doesn't. All right. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Earth to Gert. So, throughout these last few months of putting this all out there, of sharing my story and the tools that have worked for me, I've had several conversations with people that thank me for doing this and tell me that they don't feel so alone. I am so grateful for these conversations. That has been one of my main reasons for doing this. I felt so ashamed for so many years for my mental health, for the thoughts that my brain used to have, for the fear I used to feel, and for the hesitation I had to do anything in my life. Like, why did I have that constant feeling in my gut and throat like I was going to throw up or shit myself? Why did I just live with that constant ball of anxiety or energy all throughout my body? Why the fuck couldn't I go anywhere by myself? Why the fuck was I so afraid of people? So receiving your messages and chatting with you guys that are also experiencing this shit has been just, I don't know, I guess reassuring. Reassuring that anxiety, depression, and illnesses in general are all very normal human experiences in our society that we don't open up to one another enough about. So I hope that you are getting that reassurance too, that you are not alone in this shit. And I certainly hope that you are getting the message that you don't have to suffer forever and that healing is possible. But for me, hearing and witnessing the pain of others does have an effect on me, which is not to say that you should stop sharing your experiences. Conversation and connection is so therapeutic and healing, so please keep reaching out. But I would identify as an empath, and I absorb the energy, good and bad, of everyone around me. And I sometimes, okay, maybe not sometimes, get so frustrated with this world that we live in. It's so frustrating to know that if we didn't live the way that we do in this country, that we wouldn't be suffering the way that we do. It's frustrating to know that the standard American lifestyle with the standard American diet leads to the standard American disease with the standard American medicine that they're profiting from. A huge part of my struggle in the last 3 years has been knowing that I basically willingly poisoned myself and my children before I knew any better. It has been a huge struggle for me to watch others poison themselves and not understand the true damage that they are doing to their brains and bodies. And it's an even bigger struggle to watch parents allow their children to consume shit that's literally changing and negatively shaping the way their kids' brains are being formed. And then watch those same parents struggle with behavior problems with their kids. It's a struggle to watch people unable to correlate their symptoms and illness to the stress and trauma in their lives. There's scientific proof that stress and trauma change the structure of the brain. And as you've heard me ramble before, these structural changes show up as symptoms in the form of depression, anxiety, and all the other illnesses, not just the mental ones. All diseases and illnesses, if not created, are definitely made worse by our environment, by our lifestyle, and by what we consume. I wasn't depressed and anxious because of my genetics or because of some diagnosis. They were and are symptoms of my environment and my lifestyle. This has been a repeating theme in almost every single episode of mine. This message that our environment and lifestyle is the reason we are sick. Yeah, there might be a very small percentage of people out there that have something that would have happened regardless of their environment and lifestyle, but for the vast majority of us, we are fucking ourselves up. We are the reason we are sick. This society, this environment that we were raised in, it fucked us up. But as Maya Angelou said, do the best you can until you know better. And then when you know better, do better. So when I find myself going down that rabbit hole of guilt for feeding my kids cereal, Pop-Tarts, and Dunkin' Donuts every morning before I knew any better, I remind myself that I get to do better now. And you do too. You get to change your environment and your lifestyle once you know that it's no longer serving you. Your environment being your external surroundings, your physical space, your home, your workplace, your neighborhood. Your environment includes where and how you were raised too. It includes your exposure to toxins and pollutants. And if you grew up in and around the town that I grew up in, we were all exposed to toxins and pollutants. My parents literally swam in the foam that came from those mills and plants along the Hudson. And what toxins and pollutants are we still being exposed to today? In your environment, that also includes your social environment, your family, your community, your culture, and the connections in your life. Like, what is the quality of your relationships like? Shitty relationships, stressful, soul-sucking jobs, and that sedentary lifestyle is all a part of the root cause of our shit. It all plays a role in our health. And your lifestyle, the stuff you do in your day, what you eat and drink, your sleep and movement, how you manage the stress in your life, your daily habits and routines. It's the shit you consume physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And it's all something we get to change once we truly see and accept the damage it's doing to us. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. You get to choose a lifestyle that works for you instead of against you. A lifestyle that doesn't include eating food that poisons you. A lifestyle that doesn't include habits and routines that slowly kill you over time. You get to change the way you treat yourself and manage your stress. You get to change your life. Is it easy? Fuck no. If it was, more people would do it. But is it possible? Fuck yes. And it takes radical self-love. It takes treating yourself like you were your own best friend. It's about keeping those small promises to yourself and showing up for you every day. If you say you're going to drink more water, then drink more water. If you say you're going to get up and go for that walk in the morning, then get up and go for that walk in the morning. Whatever it is that you've chosen to do differently, make sure that you show up for you. Start building that trust with yourself. And when you don't do what you tell yourself that you're going to do, then it's about compassion and kindness and grace. Allow yourself to fuck up along the way while knowing that you always get to do better tomorrow. And get curious. Why aren't you following through? What feelings and emotions are coming up? What barriers are in the way? Are you trying to do too much all at once? Self-sabotage can be a brutal thing sometimes. And get curious about it instead of beating yourself up. So, what are you going to choose to do better tomorrow? What tools or habits have you picked up or started after listening to me ramble so far this summer? And how's it going for you? Healing and living a healthy life where your brain and body are happy takes intention. It takes intentional living. It takes a redesign of your life one small habit at a time. And more importantly, it takes a redesign of your mentality towards yourself. You have to come first. You have to come before anyone else in your life, before your job, before your spouse, before your kids, before the shame, insecurity, and self-doubt. And if you truly want to get better and suffer less, you have to believe that you can and that you will. Healing is possible and so freaking worth it. Next week, I have a great conversation on the subject of healing with one of my oldest and bestest friends. She's part of the reason my schedule got a little screwed up this summer. She decided a tornado through her neighborhood while recovering from a double mastectomy needed her attention a little bit more than recording a podcast episode with me. But it all worked out, and the delay gave her some time to experience some EMDR therapy, and that's one of the many things that we talk about. So thank you all again so much for listening. I'm not very good at promoting any of this shit, but if any of it resonates and you want to pass it along, I would appreciate it. Thank you all so much. See you next week.